Appreciate y'all so much, especially the ones that set this entire thing up. This is a gorgeous setup, and obviously some great looking people. And then there's also our players too. Although they've been a great group too. I think they'll be a fun group to cheer for what it's worth. A couple of our guys will be speaking in a minute, and my voice is a little raspy from yelling at them. But they coach me too. I was going to wear my hard hat up here, but they didn't think it would be that professional. So regardless, I'm happy to be speaking on this field again. Usually we meet as a team out here and rally about the day's lessons or a feel-good win or how we need to bounce back from, possibly a loss. But to speak kind of to a group in this setting reminds me of when we were about 50 yards or whatever from here on the infield, my first day as a Vol, speaking at a press conference. And it was a whirlwind, the hiring process, so I didn't have any time to really put any thoughts down what I wanted to say to the group, or at least kind of sound like Tennessee hired a smart person. So I'm back in the locker room. I told the staff, just give me 5-10 minutes to get organized in the locker room. Well, there was a knock on the door, and Coach Barnes could not be at the ceremony, but he wanted to say hi and introduce himself to me. So I'm supposed to be collecting my thoughts and getting organized, and instead I was like, holy hell, that is Coach Barnes right there. And I was starstruck. I'm a huge fan. I still am a huge fan today. And he is one of many people, including all the people here, all the way trickling down to our players, that have just helped. And I didn't really have organized thoughts on the field that day, but the one thing I just said was we were kind of at the bottom, and we want to be at the top. And that's what's been fun about our new administration, from the chancellor on down. Everybody wants to be at the top in everything, including baseball, which obviously was my focus. And we were kind of at the bottom. And I was just saying what came to mind and what made sense, what I knew about Tennessee, how welcoming everybody is, and what we needed. And what I said is we cannot do this alone. We cannot do it alone. And, we were talking about Ireland earlier. I'm Italian, so I got a little bit of fire in me, but I'm also Irish, and I'm pretty sensitive, and I'll avoid it, but it literally would bring me to tears if I got deep into it about just how unbelievably welcoming and giving and how friendly and how loyal people are that are tied to this university and even just this state, and now our baseball program too. So I'm proud to be a part of it, and I hope to be a part of it for a long, long, long time. And it'll be fun to do in this facility. So thank you all so much. And with that, what I want to do is introduce one of our first players that are speak, Drew Beam. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Drew Beam. I'm a pitcher here at Tennessee. If you didn't know that, sorry. I just want to thank everybody who is a part of this project and, helping us get renovations to this stadium. It's really cool, see fans fill up, Tuesday games, weekend games. There's always fans here to enjoy this game, and it's just awesome that this stadium gets to increase in size, more fans get to come watch us, and you just make a even bigger impact on the game and the atmosphere that we have here at Tennessee. The renovations that have gone on underground, behind scenes that people don't see on the outside during games with the weight room and the locker room and stuff has been great for the players and all us and just our morale in the locker room. So I really appreciate that and wanted to thank y'all. And with that, I'm going to bring up Cal Stark.
Good afternoon. I just kind of want to piggyback off what Drew said. Just wanted to thank you guys for everything that you guys have done and continue to do for us. It's really great to see all the projects that are going on right now, and then kind of like what Drew said, all the stuff that's already happened. We wouldn't be able to do that without you guys. So thank you guys very much from the bottom of our hearts.
You could introduce me. That'd be great. I think one of the cool things about college sports is the pageantry, and I think that's why a lot of us that work in it, and that's why so many of you are a part of it. Hearing the band in the background is a pretty cool thing. I did not schedule that, but it's good to have the band going. Having VFLs back on campus is always something that excites us in the athletic department. It's not often that you get a VFL that comes back that's a representative of two sports and played two sports. It is the most uncommon, though, to have a VFL back that I used to hit home runs with with on my Nintendo 64 Ken Griffey Jr. video game. So that's just a personal aside there. But Todd's baseball stats and his baseball accolades are incredible. I found one stat today that summed it up to me. On August 17th, 2014, his number 17 was retired, the first Rockies player to have his number retired in the team's 26-year history. We're extremely grateful of their family's leadership level support of this project, and we're thrilled to welcome back Todd Helton, his wife Christy, his daughters Tierney and Gentry. Todd Helton.
Thank you all. Glad to be here. Christy, Gentry, Tierney, and I have been blessed by the game of baseball. I'm proud to be a Vol for life, and I'm proud to say that I played football and baseball here. I played 2,247 games at the big league level, and the game that's a lot of games, and I would my mind would wander a little bit, and I would look in the stands, and there was always, about 95% of the time, there was somebody in orange in the stands. So it was really cool to see. We have the best head coach in Tony Vitello here in the SEC, and maybe, yeah. We, as Vol Nation, should support him and his coaches, and should rally around this program and this project we got going here today. Christy and I wanted to pay it forward to ensure the future generations of Vols to have great facilities to learn, train, and grow into good baseball players, but more important, good men. Thank you, Vol Nation. Let's get this place rocking. Thank you.
Danny White got to Knoxville as Tennessee's new athletic director in January of 2021. We all know, working with Danny, that he believes in comprehensive excellence. If you're going to field a team, let's be the best. And to be the best, you've got to be resourced at an elite level. That includes operational budgets, but that includes facilities. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate another facility project moving us forward to being elite. Under Danny's leadership, our athletics department can be described as progressive and aggressive. As we sit here in November 2023, we're coming off our highest ever Learfield finish in the Directors Cup and back-to-back All Sports Cup championships in the SEC. We have a lot of momentum and we need to keep it going. But right now, it's surely great to be a Tennessee Vol.
I should be introducing Brady. He and his team raised all the money for this. So congrats to our Tennessee Fund team and all the work that's gone into the My All campaign and this project, this historic project. We finally got here. We've been talking about this baseball stadium since I first stepped foot in Knoxville. I remember Chancellor and Chairman John Compton and Randy Boyd, our president. You guys didn't tell me this was a baseball school. So I came here in the middle of COVID, January of 2021, and we had 25% capacity in the arena in basketball. And my first opportunity really to see the passion of Vol Nation and the best fan base, I think, in all of sport was right here in this ballpark when we took off and really just kind of set college baseball on fire nationally with that season in 2021, and the rest is history. And that propelled us and gave us tremendous momentum, obviously, to move forward with a lot of projects. You heard our student athletes mention. We have great bones to this facility. What I love about this project is we're taking advantage of existing assets and really focusing on where we can improve. And I think at the end, $95 million later, we will have one of, if not the finest baseball setups in the country, from a student athlete amenity standpoint, from a fan experience standpoint, and right smack dab right here in the middle of campus. The location couldn't be better. So excited about this project. This is the ceremonial groundbreaking. We've obviously already broken ground. We have a lot of work happening right now for this upcoming season. The project will come in 2 phases. We'll have the infrastructure going down the third baseline will be ready for the 2024 season, and some new club seats on both the first and third baselines will be ready for this upcoming season. Some other fan amenities. The bulk of the infrastructure in the new tower will be in for the 25 season, so we'll have to pause construction so we can play some baseball in the meantime this coming spring. But when you think about building an athletic department, and I came here and was afforded the opportunity to come to Rocky Top to build the best athletic department in the country. And I joke about didn't know it was a baseball school. Well, it is a baseball school. It's also a football school. It's also a softball school. It's an everything school. And we want to be the best at everything that we do. We're really proud of the all-sports success that's happening across the board. 2 consecutive SEC all-sports cups, as Brady mentioned. We want to continue to grow all of our programs and continue to support our coaches in every way possible. And so that means growing our budget, continuing to sell out our stadiums. So when everyone around the country is talking about making stadiums smaller because they can't sell them out, here on Rocky Top, we've sold out our football stadium for the season. We've now sold out our basketball arena for the season. We sold out our baseball stadium last year for the season, and we just had renewals come in at 93%. Pretty confident we're going to sell out again for the season. And I think we'll sell out softball stadium for the season. So our fans are supporting us in ways that is really unparalleled. That allows us to reinvest in our programs and find different competitive advantages and create the very best student-athlete experience in the country. But what it doesn't do is build facilities. That comes from philanthropy. And the Shareholder Society is a huge part of what we do. We have many donors in attendance. I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. This would not be possible without your generosity. We ask that you continue to dig deep and find ways to invest in Tennessee athletics. And we're so grateful that you stepped up to make today reality and to make this stadium a reality. With that, we're an everything school, and my little world in sports, we got 20 sports, and we're trying to be great in all 20 of them, but it's much bigger than that. It goes way beyond sports, and I'm proud to introduce the leader of that effort, our Chancellor, Dr. Donnie Plowman.
Well, again, thank you to everyone for being here today, for loving this school, for loving this team, our athletic department. I gave a speech at the beginning of this semester where I said, I stole this line from an author I read years ago. First 6 words of his book went like this: good is the enemy of great. And the reason organizations, he said, most of them don't become great is because they settle for good enough. This is such a great example of this school has chosen great. This team has chosen great. This athletic department, the university. You can't find a single metric right now that we're not just zooming ahead on. And so I'm really proud of the effort that's gone into this. I want to say thank you to the Helton family, to the Haslam family, to the Pratt family for getting us started with your gifts, for committing to this team. When I think about baseball, when I think about all of college athletics, it seems like it's the one thing in our society right now that we can all enjoy. And we can even root against each other's teams and still be happy about it at the end. College athletics brings us together. The Tennessee athletics brings people from all over this state that might have nothing in common with each other together around a common love, and it's the love for this university. And especially I want to say something about baseball. First of all, Drew, I want to thank you and the other people on your team for the example that you set for others. Last year, if you remember, at the football games, each week we featured a student athlete. And there was a beautiful video made, one about Drew Beam, and if you Google it, you can find it out there, at just what a great volunteer Drew is in his life and his teammates are. We called it Takes a Volunteer, because volunteers step forward in service. And I think it starts at the top. Tony, every time I turn around, I see you're at an event signing something, giving a talk, inspiring people. I did get a little embarrassed when Tony came to a luncheon group that I belong to. It's called Executive Women's Group, and I did not ask him to do that. Someone else did it on my behalf. And he gives a great talk, and it's over. And what happens? All these women are lined up for a picture with Tony. And that was sort of embarrassing. But the last thing I want to say about why I will always love this team and this sport at this university, I want you to think back to where we were in the spring of 21. Danny made reference to it, but I want to add some color to that. We were coming out of COVID. Coming to a baseball game was the first place. Over in Thompson Bowling, we had to sit apart and wear masks. Coming to baseball was the first time we showed up in over a year next to each other without masks. And it was a joyous experience. And then our team goes crazy and is like super great that year. And it was, you guys helped bring us back out of COVID and offered hope for people again. We'd kind of lost it, and I really mean that. It was baseball that got everybody thinking we're coming out of this and we have a future together again. So I thank you for all that you've done. I couldn't be more thrilled by the way we've chosen great as exemplified. That doesn't look great right now, but it's going to be great. So thank you everyone for being here, and go Vols. Let's beat Georgia tomorrow.